Hey guys, real brief because I got a couple things to get to today. But that's actually part of my message this morning is exactly that. A couple things I got to get to. It plays into what I want to tell you all. First off, my main and most important message this morning, I wanted to talk with you about realizing and knowing your worth. Every single one of you have immense and very significant worth in this world. And I really spent a lot of time yesterday identifying for you what you're going through now is going to help people in the future. You're going to have a story to tell, you're going to have an inspiration to share, and a testimonial to give as far as how you survived and made it through and succeeded and thrived after all the challenges that you faced. So it's a beautiful, beautiful process. Enjoy the process. Enjoy not necessarily, being detained or anything like that, but enjoy the fact that you now are in a position where you have a system of people around you helping you get back on track. They want to see you succeed. Nobody's trying to keep you down or keep you away from your goals. You got a team. And so enjoy that process and enjoy taking different pieces from staff and from teachers and counselors and all that, things that build you up into the person that you are. You guys know me. There were a lot. I was raised by an army of people, not just a parent. I was raised by no parents. I was raised by coaches and teachers and mentors and all kinds of people. And that's just what made me me. And I'm very grateful for that. It was an awesome process looking back at it now. But knowing your worth is huge. And I think a lot of times, unfortunately, we find ourselves in situations where we put ourselves in questionable circumstances, in bad situations, in bad groups of people because we don't realize what our presence and our time is worth. And your presence and your time is worth so much. It's your life. It's your family that is dependent on you and your life being productive and healthy. You got to know you provide for a lot more people than just you. A lot of people depend on you, and I think some of you know exactly what I'm talking about because we've had this conversation a few times. Back in my day, I felt like an entire town depended on me. And once I delivered for what they depended on me for, unfortunately, I felt like they kind of chewed me up and spit me out. So I felt used and abused and discarded and all those things. So I had to deal with that too, and then build myself back up to realize my own self worth. But I listen to you guys and I talk to you and I think, man, you guys have awesome stories and certain things that you say and think are so unique and so just incredible. And I just could listen to you all day. Don't discredit yourself. Don't think that you're just another person whose life is going to go whatever, same as my parents did, or, I'm going to end up, this way or that. You're making your own path. And you got to realize that. You're worth it. You're worth the investment now. That attitude of just giving up, and I've heard it from a few of you, that I'm just going to grow up and for me, it's the word I come up with is I'm just going to settle for a mediocre, whatever life. And if it's a low key life that you want, a mediocre, just a middle of the road, if that's where you're comfortable and that's what fulfills you and makes you happy, great. But if you have genuine goals, like I talked with you about, with some of you about being mentors, being coaches, being teachers, sitting in my seat one day, those types of things, man, you can do that. You can because you have something that unfortunately, other people can't necessarily learn in books. And that is the life university, right? The lessons that life has taught you so far, as being resilient, recovering from trauma, building yourself back up, being strong through tough situations, being strong for others, you name it, man. You have a lot of stuff that you can say not a lot of people get to learn. And that's what makes you unique, and that's what makes you so worthwhile, is the fact that you're still cruising along, you're still pushing, you're still trying, and you're going to keep going after you get out of here too. I trust that you will. I hope that you will. And if you don't have the strength or the resources that you have in place or should have in place to do it, reach back out to here and we'll help you connect with those resources. That's part of reintegrating back out of here. So that's a big one. That's what I wanted to communicate this morning is knowing your worth. I've struggled with that all my life, you guys. I've really discredited myself a lot of times, I'm giving a speech tomorrow. I told you guys that. really my mindset going into those types of situations is, who really wants to hear from me? Like, what's special about me that's going to make people want to listen? And it never fails that every time I get done speaking, people are like, holy cow, we got to work together. I got to learn more. I got to have you speak to my class or my staff or something. It signifies to me that I am worth it, that my story is worth it. So is yours. And so, just like yesterday when we talked about that smooth seas never make skilled sailors, it's the rough seas that you're going through right now, and that's okay. Those happen in life. That's going to equip you to be better, to be more capable of helping others, to be more resilient, and all the things that you need to be a strong, productive adult. So, I forgot the second part of my message. I just was really focused in on that. I really am focused in on that because, it's easy to lose sight of your worth when you're kind of languishing in a pattern of, you're not achieving the things you want, or you're not where you want to be in life. You're falling behind in credits and things just aren't going. Let us help you. Let's get some momentum going. I promise you, after these small steps, I think in a few videos back I talked about success in small steps, right? That's all it is. You don't have to knock it out of the park with everything you do. I myself need to learn that lesson as well. Small steps, right? So you can get there, but you have to know that you're worth it, and you have to focus in on that. You have to invest in yourself, which took me a long time to remember, because I'm a giver and I'm a nurturer, and I invest in others before me. That's just who I am. I have to concentrate on investing in me. I got your suggestions for tomorrow's speech. There's some awesome ones in here. For anybody who didn't get a chance to write anything as far as coping skills or anything that you feel worthwhile for me to share to a group of about 50, 11 to 18-year-olds who are either current runaways or have run away, and now they're in a transitional living program trying to figure out how to get into adulthood, please write it down. Or if there's additional things, an inspirational message that you want to write it down on a card, give it to Miss Jolene, give it to Mr. Mike who's running school in Monarch, whatever it is. I'd love for your voice to be heard, because you guys inspire me. I want you also to inspire those that I speak with. So yeah, that's what I got today, guys. Man, I appreciate you all, though, because you guys have been pitching in on these videos and giving me stellar ideas. Believing in yourself and knowing your worth was a suggestion that I got from one of you. I think it was last week, towards the end of last week. It was in the dining room. We were just finishing up dinner or lunch or whatever. So I appreciate that, because these are super helpful, man. And I always got examples from my life too that I can tie in. But more importantly, start focusing in on your own examples. Start building your story, because you could help. Even at your young age, you can help. You can make a real significant impact on lives out there. So know your worth. Your story's worth telling, you guys. Cycle breakers unite. See ya.